Hey guys, Mark the BowlerHat Farmer. We are here today up in County Durham and we're helping a friend put some veg beds together. And while we were on our travels, we were given 2 bags of compost to trial by a guy called James who's down in Lincolnshire. And this is a special peat-free compost. I have to say I was really impressed when we went down and saw the production of this and how they're doing this. So this is made from just 3 simple components: chopped grass, chopped straw and chopped willow. For me, that's a really good organic material to put in. So what we're going to do through the course of today is show you how we get on with this, because it's very dry. And I will say, to get the best out of a bag of compost, I will say that some companies sell you a lot of water. This is a very dry matter. So what we're going to do is, as we go through this, we'll show you how much water we're thinking you need to put with this to get it back to a good consistency. And then adding this, we put horse manure in the cow manure, we've put sawdust in to give a nice organic base. Then we're going to make this compost up and put it on the tops, and that will give us a really nice medium to grow into. So stay with us while we do this, because now, I don't know if you can get in there, Gloria, and just see this, but this is how this is. Look, this is beautiful. You can squash it up, but it still comes apart, and that's the important bit. The organic matter in there, what is bringing this up to that grade, is fantastic. It's got a little bit of wood and that in there from the willow. That's good because it holds the water. It won't let... The problem with a lot of these peat-free composts that I've always found is that you don't have the ability to be able to hold the water in it, so it always dries out and it's always an issue. This is good. You can see the organic matter in it as it breaks down. You can just see the wood chip in there, little bits of straw and stuff. But this has been well turned over, well made up. For me, this is a really good composite. So let's put some of this in here and just see how this mixes in, because as you can see from this, you can see the organic matter in it. That's the important bit. That's the bit what brings the nitrogen to the ground. That's the bit what keeps the water in the ground, gives it some body. So let's mix this in with the sawdust, the horse manure, cow manure, sorry. It's the first time I've had the pleasure of working with cow manure in a long time. So we normally use horse, but I wouldn't do that because it does have a lot of grass in it. You can see how this is mixing in. You can just see it's disappearing into the main bulk of the body of the compost, and the manure just disappears in there, because that's a really, really good sign. What you need is to be able to get everything to mix up. What you want to be able to do is end up with a compost, as far as I'm concerned, that you can squeeze it, but it will still come to bits. That way you're never going to get that compact dirt, and that's always an issue with the beds. As they start to get root structure in, then you can't pull the other roots out because the ground's too hard. So this is going to be just perfect. We can do this, we can add to this as we go along. Guys, this is a good compost. I'm really impressed with this. And I'm not just saying that because we had the pleasure of going and meeting James and seeing what he's up to. I've looked at a lot of peat-free compost, wouldn't touch it. I kept away from it deliberately because I just couldn't get it to mix in with anything. It always dried out too quick. This is a really nice consistency. Just look how that springs back to life after you've squashed it. You squash it as tight as you like. There's no water in it, but look how it comes to bits. And that's going to be absolute key when you roll forward. I know you can buy this on the internet. You can buy this direct off their website. We'll make sure the links are on there. But just, you can see, there's no real amount of moisture in there. But you can see, you know, I've been messing about with cow manure and everything this morning. It's not, you know, all dirty and stainy. This is a real nice medium to be mixing in. You can just see. And this is important when you're building beds up. You need to be in the position that you can build. You know, for me, I'm a fingertip gardener. I'm not somebody who likes to use tools. The metal tools destroy the ground and the natural bios. What you need to be in a position of is getting as much organic matter in the ground as possible. You know, you can see here, this is cow manure we've put in the bottom of these beds earlier. But you can see how this new compost, when I say 3 components: grass, straw and willow. Grass is obviously giving it some nitrogen, the willow's giving it some nitrogen. It's got a good chemical mix to it, natural obviously. So as we roll forward, we'll make these beds and we'll show you, I'll be able to show you when we get the plants in later, how they react as well, because you've got to have a good base. This, if you want to grow anything, and you know my thoughts guys, there's going to be food shortages coming, but this stuff gives you the ability to grow at home. You can see here, these were on the farm. These are old cattle troughs. You don't need anything exciting to be able to grow into. People say, I've only got a tiny patio. Build something, get it in the ground. You can get this compost delivered 1 bag at a time. That to me says this is a good idea. You haven't got to travel, you can get it delivered. There is garden centres across the country which sell this. Not enough, I hasten to add. But guys, look at this. How this mixes in is just brilliant. So we'll keep you posted in this video as we go, and we'll show you some more. Have a good day.